Hello YouTube, Bruno here in Brittany. Today I want to show 7 records. Mainly they are jazz records from a little French label called Label Bleu. This label, you can see it here. I don't know why, but I didn't see that much of these records in the VC. Maybe because they issued maybe more CDs than LPs, because this label was created in a period when there was less LPs and when people bought more CDs. And well, it has been created in a place in Amiens. It's a town in the north of France. In a place, I think it could be in the linked to the town hall. It's a public place called La Maison de la Culture. We have several places like that in France because it was created by a minister. It was, I think, André Malraux who created that places everywhere in France. So you are supposed to go there just to hear music, to see comedians, to discover art, and in the 80s, when traditional jazz labels had difficulties to sign great jazzmen, when jazz was not so bankable. One of the men who was managing the Maison de la Culture of Amiens decided to create a small label for jazzmen who couldn't sign anywhere else. And they decided in that place to create what we can call a business, you know. So I found, it was 2 days ago, this record. Well, I couldn't describe that as a free jazz record, but a quiet one. So it's Eric Watson, Steve Lacy, and John Lindberg. It is called the Amiens Concert. It's the first time I've seen this label on an original copy. Sorry, Label Bleu. And yes, I was very pleased to find that. And then they sign great names of jazz, and I've got now 3 reissues. They issued several weeks ago, and I think for some of them it's the first time you can find it on vinyl, but you have in each one small card with a code, and you can download the complete record. And on the vinyl are the main tracks, not all of them. So you can say that it's not perfect, and maybe that's why they put out this sort of cover, which I don't find it very beautiful, but it's what we can call 30 years anniversary series. And this one is Michel Portal, Men's Land, and I think it was from 87. There is an original vinyl of this one, I think. And the label, it's really different. This Michel Portal, for me, it's yes, it's a free jazz record, and you have musician here that you know. It's here you have Jacques Dijonette, and I think this is yes, this is a live record. So it's a great one. Yes. The next one on the same design is David Krakauer, called A New Hot One, from 2000. And Krakauer is a musician who makes music between jazz and klezmer music. If you go to Poland or Krakow, for example, you can go to the Jewish neighborhood, and you can hear klezmer music, traditional one. This one is very powerful. It's joyful. It's yes, it's a great album. I don't know why Woody Allen don't use that type of music for his films. I don't know. It's so great. So David Krakauer, A New Hot One. The last one from Label Bleu, Henri Texier. So this is not Henri Texier alone, but this is Henri Texier Azure Quartet, and it is called An Indian's Week. Before this edition, before this copy, you can find a vinyl edition of this album. And you have also Michel Portal on this one. So this is a great album, and maybe you could listen to Indians Desaparecido. I think that's Spanish. And it's yes, it's fabulous. The last records now, just I've been to Italy in spring, and I've been to a small town called Salerno in the south of Naples. And then you have this store called Disclan, per gli amici del disco. It's classic stores with only new records. No, not only new, they have used too. And in this record store, I bought this one, Goblin, La Via della Droga, and it's a special edition for the record store day for this year, I think. And it is in white vinyl. Well, it's prog music, funky, and mostly you can find here small tracks. Yes, it's really good. I think that Tim, I showed this one, and he showed this one too. This is Le Orme, Felonna e Soronna. And it's on blue vinyl. On the famous Charisma label. Sorry. Yes, great. It's a classic for who likes Italian prog. The last one, well, in my last video I've shown an album from Prefab Sprout I've found in Sweden, I think, and this one is coming from Italy. I didn't have this one on CD. It's protest songs, and we are here in 89. Yes, I can't. I've got to buy Prefab Sprout's album, and this one is very special because it is a new one. I bought it in a small store in Salerno, not this one, not the Disclan store, another one, and the seller had this record until 89. So it is a new one, and it doesn't been sold before. It's on Kitchenware Records. So that's it. Maybe I can show another record. Maybe it's like Prefab Sprout. I can't pass this sort of record because I love so much Neil Hammond in his under his name The Divine Comedy. So I bought this one the day it was in a store, and yes, this is a Divine Comedy album. So thank you. Thank you for comments, and maybe this is a sort of response to Fred and him showing an old French car in his recent videos. But I think, Fred, that you will understand. Yes, and last thing, I would like to thank Paul from Netherlands. for the tip. Now I can see my cartridge and see if it's okay or not. And yes, maybe we can talk on Instagram like in YouTube. So thanks, Paul, for that. And I don't have so many time to look at to watch videos now, but yes, I look the Gimme 10, and it's great. I take so much ideas from that, and sometimes I've got the albums too. Well, thank you. Bye.